Can you say hi too? Can you wave? Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. We are so glad that you've all joined us today. Thank you so much for being here for day one of our Washington Revels week in the Daily Antidote of Song. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Hi, everybody on Facebook Live. And hello to all the folks in the room. I'm so glad you're all here today. Hello to Keith, who's going to be singing with us today. And hello to Betsy, who's here from Washington Revels, the music director at Washington Revels. Hi, Katie, who's running the tech for us today. Thank you, Katie Abadou, for being here. And hello to everybody else in the room. Deli in Maryland, Dan in Virginia, Deborah in Kentucky, Susan in Ohio with a gorgeous little guy who's waving to us. Hello to Al, who's on his guitar again. Trish in Victoria, thank you for queuing me back in again. I keep forgetting that. Carol in Connecticut, Sheila in Florida, Barry in Maryland. Hello, Barry, nice to see you today. That is the painter extraordinaire of the Daily Antidote painting. Hello to Siobhan from the Ubuntu Choirs Network, Arlene in California, hello. Kathy in Virginia, hello, glad to see you today. Annette in California, nice to see your smile. Hello, Bob, glad you're back again today. And hello to Dennis, also from Ubuntu Choirs Network, nice to see you today, coming in from Victoria. Hello to Bonnie in Idaho. Hello to Bob in Maryland, still without his Christiana. Hello to Carolyn in Idaho. Hello to Sue Sean. Hello to Ross Wixon, also Washington Revels. That's the marketing director for Washington Revels. Gary in Massachusetts, hello. And hello to, let's see who else. Becky in Vancouver, hello. Karen in Oregon. Mabel in Massachusetts. Hello, Kevin, outside somewhere in New Hampshire. Barb in Virginia. Hello, Fred from the DC Labor Chorus. Hello, Kathy in upstate New York. Hello to Lynn in Connecticut, looking gorgeous today. Hello to Kathy Bullock is in the house. It's so nice to see you today, Kathy B. We're glad you're here. Hello to Bob, nice to have you with us today, coming in from Mass. Sarah in Texas, hello. Hindi, hello, nice to have you with us today, coming in from Toronto. And other folks off video, Deborah and Tuki and Anne and Hannah and Joni and others still coming into the room. I think that's Kat, welcome Kat. And I just want to thank everybody again for being here today. Welcome everybody again out there on Facebook Live. And I'm going to turn it over to my fabulous co-host. We are going to have two fabulous co-hosts all week. Betsy Fulford of Washington Revels. She is the music director, and Andrea Jones Blackford, who is the associate artistic director, and they will both be with us all week. We're super excited. Betsy, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here this week and to especially be here on the first day where we're sort of kicking off with a super wonderful, I don't know, I can't even find the words to describe the singer that's going to present the song today, which is, I was trying to think back to how long I've known Keith, but Keith has the voice of all of our ancestors embodied in the way that he sings. So I'm just super happy to be able to introduce him to you and to sing with him today. Just a quick kind of rundown of the week. We have lots of wonderful singers from the Washington Revels community, including Jenny Wayman, who's singing tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to not remember all the names, even though I created the flyer for the event. Jubilee Voices will be with us on Sunday, I know. I think Ricky Schneier will be with us later in the week. And I'm having trouble remembering.
Let's see, I think we have the Lewises coming in.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Lewis. I think we have Yvonne.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
How could I forget? So yeah, so Yvonne Brown, who has been my assistant music director for a number of years now, and she and her husband moved to Colorado, but we're keeping them involved. So she and John are going to sing with us later in the week, and then Chris and Greg Lewis are going to present a song during the week. And Greg Lewis is the retired executive director of Washington Revels, and his son Chris Lewis has been sort of carrying the torch and has been doing a lot of the things that Greg does in past Christmas Revels. And Andrea's here. I see Andrea just popped into the room. So Andrea's my co-host this week, and So I don't know. I'm just really excited to hear everybody this week, and I'm excited to have you all here. And I would like to turn it over to, oh, I'm sorry, Andre, you want to say something? Oh, I'm ready to turn it over to Keith and have him introduce the song that he's going to lead with all of you, and then we'll talk a little bit after that.
All right. Well, thank you folks for having me. The song we're going to sing today is This Little Light of Mine. It's a children's hymn, but it's also using the civil rights movement as a song of solidarity within the activists. But this little light of mine, it doesn't need, I don't think it needs a lot of teaching. I think it needs some singing, so you all can join in as we go. Say, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, oh Lord, let it shine everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine. All in my home, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, in the daily antidote of song, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, in the daily antidote of song, I'm gonna let it shine. In the daily antidote of song, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine. Well, now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine.
Now I'm like, woo! I thought I unmuted and then I somehow was muted again. I was trying to channel Kathy Bullock and Joe Rossi all at the same time, and I can't do it. They have more energy than I've ever seen in life. Keith, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. I personally could listen to Keith sing all day long. There's just something about that voice that just, I don't know. It's got everything. And so thank you so much, Keith. I'm just so happy to be here and happy to hear Keith singing. And I hope you all enjoyed singing that. I've sung This Little Light of Mine many times with many different people, and it can be fast and it can be slow, but this time just felt absolutely right for Monday. It had energy, it had soul, and it had the Daily Antidote in it. So it kind of had everything that we need to get our week started. So Keith, thank you so much. We've been sort of conversing over email because of course we haven't seen each other in a long time, and Keith was telling a story, a little bit of a story about singing with one of his neighbors. I don't know if it was this weekend, but recently, and he was suggesting some songs, and we ended up not choosing that song as the sort of starter song. But I just wanted to kind of talk about Keith and all of your neighbors who you seem to always be taking care of. And apparently you're in Baltimore now, even though you live in DC, but you have neighbors and people that you're kind of watching out for everywhere you go. I just wanted you to kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'm a community activist here in Baltimore City, and I do my best to take care of my neighbors, and they do their best to take care of me. They come by and they check on me, we check on each other. But in the one particular neighbor you're talking about just now, she was a bit um, down on her luck, I guess. She felt depressed. She's alone by herself. The children is going off. She didn't have anybody to help her. So that's why I was and with that particular neighbor. But the community here is wonderful. I love these people.
And how did you come to know all these friends and neighbors in Baltimore?
I came to Baltimore. I became an Oblate Associate, the Oblate Sisters of Providence, the oldest and largest African American order of religious women. They're Catholics, but they're here in Baltimore. And they started St. Francis Academy. So I came here as an Oblate Associate, as a representative of that order to help do that mission work out across the city. And since I've been here, then I began to do other work to help people get if they have issues with public housing and any other kind of issue they may have with city government or their own personal issues to help make life better for the community.
That's wonderful. Andrea, can we get Andrea spotlighted too? Andrea, do you want to say anything about Keith or ask Keith any questions? Because I know that Keith has been a member of Jubilee Voices from the very start. Oh, look, we're all on the screen. Oh, unmute, Andrea.
Mute myself. Got it. Thanks, everybody, and hi. Keith has been a member of Jubilee Voices since the beginning, but he's also been a chorus member, Revels chorus member, and friend since forever. We're not going to talk about how many years ago that was, okay? But one of the many fascinating things about Keith, aside from his activism and that glorious voices, he is his family's historian. And he has traced his family back a long way. And like many members of Jubilee Voices, he tells us about family and kinship. And he's really enriched us with many of the songs that he's brought us and many of the experiences. So not only is he a great singer and a great activist, he's a griot in his own right. Keith, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, we're 8 generations here in this country, removed from Africa. And we, in the Africa, and that side of the family, we, like most African Americans, came here to hull of a slave ship. But I'm a mixed blood, black, white, Japanese, American Indian. So I'm a little bit of everything. I'm truly an American melting pot. If you're ever going to find one, you're looking at it right here. But concerning the African side, yes, there's 8 generations removed here in this nation. And before then, we were in what is now the Accra region of Ghana.
Wow.
And
Have you ever gone? Oh, go ahead, Andrea.
We've gone back to visit.
Yes, I go all the time. Actually, I have a son there. And he just texted me last night. He wanted to know where his father was. I said, well, I'm still here, and I still love you. So I have children there.
That's fantastic. And Andrea, do you, I did want to, do you have any other questions for Keith right now? Oh, you're muted.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Keith, you got a very unusual diploma from college. You want to tell us about that?
I do. What's it in? I'm
You
teasing
know
you.
what it's in.
I'm a poultry scientist. I have a master's degree in animal and poultry sciences. So I'm a bird man. Uh,
For one,
I think it was a bit unusual at the time I got it, but now there are a lot of poultry scientists running around now.
So is that why, Andre, is that why you always have Keith sing chickens done crowed?
I
well,
believe it
that and the
is.
fact that it sounds so wonderful when he sings it.
I would love, would you mind singing a little bit of that? Just so we can hear it, since I just mentioned it.
All right. I hear chickens done crowed. Tell me how long till day. We gonna work the fields at the river, but we can't come back till evening. I believe in my soul, everything gonna be alright. Chickens and crows.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
In the days of slavery time and just after, when they were calling the workers to the field, they didn't have alarm clocks and they didn't have a whole lot of folks running around and wake up somebody. So there'd be at least one person who would be charged with the job to go and wake up the workers to go and work in the fields. And so he would go at a distance. It's quiet. It wasn't like the cities we have today. So any sound would echo. So it's actually a call to work. So it sounded the chickens is crowed. We got in other words, it won't be long for you got to get up from here. And we're going to work the fields at the river. It gives them the location of where they're going to be working. And it gives them an idea of how long they're going to be down there. We won't come back till evening. And we give them a little bit of hope. We give them a little bit of hope. Everything is going to be all right.
Thank you. We've heard that tune many times in some of our Jubilee and Heritage shows that we haven't done in person for a long time, but hopefully that's going to be changing soon. Keith, you were talking about that song that you were singing with your neighbor. Can you sing a little of that for us too, and just tell us about that song?
It's Victory in Jesus. It's an old hymn. She's a senior citizen, so I figured I would cheer her on with an old song, with an old message. I think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites, which is why I picked it out. It goes like this. I heard an old story, how a Savior came from glory, how he gave his life on Calvary to save a wretch like me. I heard about his groaning, of his precious blood's atoning. Then I repented of my sins and won the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, did she sing along with you?
Yes, she did. She sang along, and she got a little happier, and I got a little happier. we had a nice, we had a nice time.
That's great. So I wanted to just have Andrea say a little bit about. I know that there's some upcoming Jubilee Voices events, especially Juneteenth. Can you just tell us, Andrea, a little bit about what's happening with Jubilee Voices over the next couple months?
Well, right now we're concentrating on getting ready for Juneteenth. We have a little something something that we added to the May celebration coming up, and I'll just say one thing. You'll be dancing by the end of it. That's all. But you will love it. And we love being part of that. And also, we'll be celebrating Juneteenth with a virtual presentation June 19th. And it's going to be fabulous. We're going to do something a little different this time. It's going to be the celebration of themes that occur that tell our story as African Americans and as a people in this country. Not only just what happened in the past, but what brought us to where we are today. So it's going to be unusual. It is a wonderful collaboration with the Alexandria Black History Museum, the group who we did the Black History Month presentation with. And they've got some great things, and we're going to highlight some really beautiful historic sites in Alexandria and other places as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. It's going to be a blast.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much, Andrea. I have one last question for Keith before we sing This Little Light of Mine a little bit more. And that is, where are you from? Where did you grow up, and where's your accent from?
Mississippi.
Ah.
Born in Mountain Bayou's Taborian Hospital, Mountain Bayou, Mississippi.
All right.
I went to elementary school and high school there, and I grew up in a little town just about a mile to the north called Winstonville.
All right. So that's our Mississippi accent. Thank you. So I'm gonna have, unless we have more questions, I've seen lots of wonderful stuff in the chat, Keith, that we'll have to tell you about, since you're focusing on answering questions and singing. But lots of people saying some wonderful things. And but I think it'd be great to sing a little bit more of This Little Light of Mine. I think we could even do all of it again. It's not very long.
All right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, my Lord, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine. Well, in the daily antidote of song, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, in the daily antidote of song, I'm gonna let it shine. In the daily antidote of song, yes, Lord, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yes, Lord, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, my Lord, let it shine.
That was
So I think we're going to hand it over to Andrea now for
Oh,
goodbyes.
well, thank you for coming to Daily Antidote of Song and starting out a wonderful week with a wonderful song. And now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Some of you will know what that's from. But thank you, Keith. That was amazing, as always. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being such a gift to all of us. Thank you, Betsy, for lovely co-hosting. And thank you, Joe, as always, for putting all of this together for us. It means so much. I even snuck off work to be here. So this is awesome. Now it's time to say bye to everybody. This is the part we hate, but it is necessary. So Deborah, thank you for coming. And Susan, Kathy, Deli, Katie, Al, thank you. Trish, thanks for being here. Annette, nice to see you. Bob Delaney, nice to see you. Arlene, thank you for coming today. Sheila, thank you. Let's see, who else have we got? Betsy, thank you. Katie, thank you. And let's move on to Ross. Thank you so much. Kathy in upstate New York, hi. Nice to see you. Have a good day. Bonnie, you too. Bob Walker in Maryland. Carolyn and LMG. And there's somebody who's just numbers, but I think you know who you are. Thank you for coming. Fred and Kathy, good to see you again, my friend. Sarah Page, Peggy, let's see, Mabel. Oh, Mabel with her friends. And Dion, Storm, nice to see you again. Goodbye. Anne and Ann Lafferty and Ann Wright and Susan Miller in Seattle. I love Seattle. Have a great day. Let's see, Aloysius, Fred and Jane in Silver Spring and Dan Walker and Kate and Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Bye, Kevin. Mabel. Let's see. Jane, Kate. Wait, but there's more. Dion and let's see, Tookie and Siobhan and everybody at Carpe Diem. Hannah, Karen Newman, a person. Amos. Bye, Amos. Have a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow. Cricket, Kirsten, Anna, Kat, Gwen, Campbell, and Cambridge. Nice to have you. Hope to see you tomorrow. And I think that's everybody. If I didn't get you, I'm new to this. Please forgive me. But have a wonderful day, everyone. It's a beautiful day outside where I am, and it's a beautiful day outside whenever there's singing going on. So despite the weather, take the Keith song in your heart and go with it.
Yeah, let your light shine.
Amen.
Woo! Thank you, Andrea, and thank you, Betsy. That was absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to say goodbye to all the folks out there on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed singing with you today, and please join us for the rest of this week for our fabulous Washington Revels week. Thanks again to Keith, Betsy, and Andrea, and ciao for now, Facebook.